what sucks, you know. So when the audio, when he actually starts itself, that's when you'll turn the phone down so it won't blast out because it usually gets louder on his end. Yep. Um, Flashback photo. I show her her lower third, so she's happy with that beat. And then, no, yeah, just a stage name. Yeah. Oh, did I? Oh, turn down the phones.
Welcome to the Rico No Suave show. We are bringing you a fun-filled show tonight with a great guest. So get ready, mi gente. Now, here is your talk show host, Rico No Suave. Dale.
You know what? I'm back. I'm back like always, baby. And when I tell you that I'm back, I am super ready to get it on with you guys, man. Welcome back to the show, everybody. It's your boy Rico No Suave here on a 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 5 6 7. I just want to go through the whole thing. That's what I do around here. I forgot the cuatro y ocho. I forgot the 4 and the 8. But everybody knows who I am. Rico No Suave. Welcome back. Oh man. I tell you, everybody, man, when it's time to miss you, I miss you for real, right? From the bottom of my heart, everybody, I miss you like always. Don't forget, everybody, if you're here live, don't forget to make sure you please share this video as far as live. But if you're on TV, hello, how are you? Don't forget to tell your friends that Rico No Suave is actually here, ready to go. Everybody, we got a fun-filled packed show for each one of you, for you to be able to enjoy yourself today. So sit back, relax, comment, talk to the TV. If not, go ahead and chat online. Let me know that you are there. You know who was there? Here and there. I was watching the Oscars, everyone, and I didn't watch the whole thing, but I do it because I love to see great talent, but I also love to see people win because they deserve it, and also for people that get nominated because they deserve it. But there was one gentleman that really, really brought it down to earth all the way. That's my boy Michael B. Jordan, everybody. Michael B. Jordan, I must have watched Sinners about 3 or 4 times. I really loved that movie. Now, don't get me wrong. I like Creed. He's awesome. But there was just something about Sinners in regards to the way that he had a twin brother and how things just, the way he acted in this movie. But yeah, there's a cheeseburger involved. So he went normally, and we're gonna keep that picture there because that is making me hungry on In and Out. In and Out Burger. Who would expect from someone like my man Michael B. Jordan to actually go and actually have a burger right after a celebration. Normally, you find these parties, these Oscar parties, you'll be going out and, drinking and having a great time, but not drinking like, be responsible, but, being responsible in regards to being able to have a great time amongst other celebrities. This gentleman here went to In-N-Out Burger and he went there to celebrate with the staff and the people that was around him. When I tell you how inspired I am, and I listened to his speech, but this made his speech even better, everyone. His speech came out even more as far as it motivated me to be like, I got to keep going. And I know exactly where I'm celebrating. We have White Castle over here. So if I get an award, forget the parties, man. I'm going to White Castle. But at the same time, too, I'm going to party with people that supports me, that supports the goal, his journey, and everybody that watched his movie that just took off. So I want to say, Michael B. Jordan, man, congratulations, man. You're a big-time inspiration to me, but also I'm a believer, man. I'm a believer because anything is possible and making people happy just because of who you are. Michael B. Jordan, congratulations. Let's go. Yeah. All right, everybody. When we talk about words that's being spoken and the word spoken of words, sometimes they can amount up to gold. And when they amount up to gold, that means that those words are valuable to the people that receives it. But it's also gold because there's people that actually watch this young lady to perform. She is a poet, everyone. She's also an author. But today, it's going down. Everybody wants you guys to put your hands together for none other than my girl, Poet Gold. Let's go. Yeah. Poet Gold, how you doing, love?
I'm doing fantastic, man. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here with you. I love your opening and yes, Michael B. Jordan, he's the man.
Yes.
Really, really. I mean, like you said, Sinners, phenomenal film. There is so much in that film, from costuming to music to dance. I mean, it's just one piece of art altogether.
Yes. Yes. And one of the things that made me feel so inspired, because one of the things about what he's done was I don't know if you followed his journey or followed his kind of like, he had a personal life and people, you know how they be in your business and they want to expose as far as his personal life, as well as, what he's been through in regards to even from working out, being athletic. It inspired me and motivated me to be able to work out when he was in Creed. But when he made this movie, Sinners, and being able to be nominated and also to win, it's just another motivational milestone that just made it for me and a lot others like yourself as well.
Right. It's just keep going. Just keep going.
Let's go.
Keep going. Right.
Let's go.
Absolutely.
I'm super hyped that you're here.
Thank you.
This hour is going to go by super fast because we're going to have fun like all day.
Right. There it is. Absolutely. Let's go.
Let's get it on. All right.
You know what's interesting is that I'm usually on the other side, like the seat that you're taking. So this is wonderful for me to be on the other side of this and
see, that's
so
why you belong here.
Indeed.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. All right, here we go. Let's get this party started with the first question.
Okay.
When you tell people the name Poet Gold, what do you want to understand behind the name Poet Gold?
Wow, that's a heavy question because there's a lot in the word itself, gold and sort of like the evolution of it in my life. But when you think about gold itself, and the mineral, the ore, and what it represents, and some people think it's shiny, and all of that, but it's part of the earth, and that's what resonated with me. It's part of the earth. It's something that you can cherish. It's something that that, or you can abuse, you know, but it's something that has value to it. And believe it or not, I used to literally have gold running through my veins, real gold. I lived with I was diagnosed with a chronic illness at a very young age as a child, and one of the medicinals that they used to use to try to put the disease in remission was actual gold. And so when I was looking for an artist name, I'm gonna make this real short for you. I was looking for an artist name. I used to hang out on the beach a lot, and people didn't know my name. And what I found out is that people called me Gold on the beach. They said, you know, go to the garage to sell. I used to sell. I always had a side hustle, right? And so I used to sell these chocolate nutrition shakes on the beach. I'd have a cooler full, you know, just want everybody to be healthy. And so I used to sell these chocolate drinks to give people energy on the beach, being under that hot sun. And so folks used to track me down. They'd be like, yo, I know who you are. I want one of those drinks. And so they used to call me Gold, and I used to say, well, that's not my name. The Gold is not my name. But then it, you know, that part of it hit me. And it wasn't until later that I became Poet Gold as a result of a very dear friend of mine who introduced me that way to someone at a party, and that was it. I owned that. It said, this is what it is. You know, I search no more. This is what it is. And I became Poet Gold.
So, you know, one of the things, and thank you everybody, they're saying the sound is bad. Hopefully, let us know, please, if the sound is better now. We apologize for that. Don't know as far as what's going on as far as with the sound, but hopefully it's nothing as far as with.
Do you need me to speak up?
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
I think they were saying that there was actually static, but hopefully if you guys are listening, please let us know if it's better. And my producers are checking in on the back end as well too to make sure that we're good to go. So please let us know if everything is good, everyone. But thank you guys so much. And yeah, cool. Poet Gold. There's always something behind the scenes when it comes.
Absolutely, always. But that's why, you know, as we used to say as a camper, I'm a teaching artist. Our middle name is Flexibility. Yep. You know, so you gotta be flexible in this world. You know.
It is.
Absolutely. For real. For sure.
All right, yeah.
Sure.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna see if we can actually get you guys. They say Gold is loud. Wow, Gold is loud. Wow. Okay.
I'm gonna stop shouting at you.
Rico is not that good, I guess. Huh? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna get to the next question then. We'll get to the next question.
Okay, you got questions for me. All right. Let's see these questions. Go ahead.
Let's talk about the poets in regards to when you start getting into the poetry piece of this. What was it like as far as for you to look at other poets that was kind of like an influencer for yourself? What was that? When did you start like really saying, oh my God, I like this person because of their style, because of what they talked about? Who were some of the influencers for you on that end?
For me, big time, Gil Scott-Heron.
Nice.
And Nikki Giovanni. You know, I sort of put them together because I appreciated them for their blend of truth telling, but also be able to tell a story and prose and speaking in a language where you didn't necessarily have to go and translate everything. You know, just real honest talk, but yet it was poetic. And what I particularly enjoyed about Gil Scott-Heron was that it was sonic. I'm a very rhythmic person. I'm a lyricist, and but I've always, you know, and lyrics and poetry they go hand in hand. I mean, some of the greatest songwriters are poets, and so so for me, their ability to address social issues, elevate a level of consciousness and awareness for people was always very, very important. And I've always written since I was a child. And so when I became aware of Gil Scott-Heron, the last poets, the beat poets, that was my thing. You know, that was my thing.
Wow.
It with me completely. I did a show recently and we're on tour for my book, Be the Poem, Living Beyond Our Fears. And someone came to me at the end of the show and said, it was one of the highest compliments for myself that I could receive. And they said, if Nikki Giovanni and Gil Scott Heron had a baby, it would be you.
Mm.
And I wanted to cry, because I wasn't trying for that, at all. It's not something that's, but I understood it.
Yeah.
I understood it,
Yeah.
and I said, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
When people put you into a realm of where do you belong in the poetic industry? And when people I want to say they gave a gift to you or you're a gift to them
Mhm.
because they see something in regards to your style and what you are as a person and what you basically studied to have your own style. Did they also say if you actually had your own unique style as well too when it comes to you being on stage?
Yes. I think people walk away with that when you see me perform, because I'm a performer, and so I bring that to my poetic stance, my poetic cadence, and all of it's blended. I just look at myself as an artist, a
Yep.
multidisciplinary artist, where I bring it all in. It's all there. The songwriting, the rhythm. I was just talking with a very good music mixologist, a good friend of mine, Yvonne Turner. Shout out Yvonne if you're out there. And she's a gift in herself. And so we were just talking about uh, being a poet and what type of poet am I? And sometimes I that rock and roll poet. I like a lot of rhythm. And
Yeah.
so and that's important for me to have. But I write an array of poetry. And I always say that to people. I write about plants and nature and the earth, and then I can write about social justice. I can write about love. I'm known for some of the social justice poems and just raising people's awareness to who we are as human beings and how do you wish to evolve in the world while you are living, because we're on a finite journey. No, we're not going to. So this time that we have, who do you really wish to be? Take away the noise, and sort of get in your corner and say, how do I want to walk this earth?
Right.
Because you're not going to walk it forever. So how do I want to walk it? And that has always mattered to me as a child. And maybe because I've had challenges um, with my health, and so maybe it forced me to look at those things.
Mm.
Um, but I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that, though.
Yeah. Blessings, man. Blessings to you on that because you know we go through things and when I tell you we go through things that people don't know about what we go through and we express either through communication with someone that's a good friend of ours or someone from a family member, but when you actually take that, and I've seen this also when um like it's almost like a poetic justice of justice for yourself when you actually get on a stage and you start talking about some of the things that you've been through or you've actually seen and you just basically connect with people. Some of that emotions actually just comes out and people are like, wow, I felt that. I felt that all the way.
Yeah. Right, because we're
Go.
connected. We're
Yes.
connected. We're connected on a. This is my belief. My lived experience has taught me that we're connected on an energy level,
Mm.
whether we're conscious of it or not. How you're feeling next to me, standing on a street corner or sitting on a subway train. We know it. We can feel the tension, we can feel the love, we can feel the joy, someone else's joy, and we'll crack that sort of little subtle smile when we feel someone else's joy. And
Yeah.
we are energy, and what happens to each other matters.
Yes. 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 Come on, Gold. Come on, Gold. Hey, there's a reason why you're here to be able to uplift people, but also, they're going to get a glimpse of what you're about when we showed him that surprise a little later today, because of who you are and what you do. So it kind of falls into the next question, right?
Mhm.
Because when we talk about performing, the art on stage and your art as kind of like I was telling you, you're kind of like that unique gift to people when you're ready to perform. Do you remember a time where you got really emotional as far as with through one of your poems that everyone was just in either pure silence? Not saying if there was music or anything, because I know you do it
Mhm.
with music as well. But have you ever got really emotional as far as within your poems that everyone was just like, oh my God, amazing?
Um, there's a few of them, but Be the Poem is, I think for now it's that poem for me.
Yeah.
You know, this poem was written several years ago, and it was for the graduate local college by the name of Dutchess Community College in the Hudson Valley. And they asked me to write a poem about their graduating class, and I wanted to really give them something, you know, and so I realized I needed to give them a truth,
Yeah.
you know, and so then it became, how do you see this truth that you wish to tell? And I needed to surrender to that moment, and Be the Poem was born, and it became one of my most requested poems through the years, even so much so reached out to me and said parents and other students are asking for it. Can we um, give them a copy? And so they created a very nice copy. I signed it, and it was distributed throughout the alumni and students throughout the school. And so it took on its own life. It took on when I would perform it at certain places. Or if I did not perform it, sometimes people would rise up and say, you know, excuse me, can you do Be the Poem? So I knew that that poem was unique
Yeah.
in its own way. I realized that I was simply the vessel that it came through,
Yeah.
and that was it. And so, in doing this book, it needed to become the title of the book. Um, the stories in the book, some of them I wrote some time ago in a different version. You know, as writers, we come up with these different versions of stories, and a book title may change. And so, Be the Poem is that for me. I cried when I wrote it, uh,
Mm,
you know, when I completed it, and because I realized there was so much in it that was in me and a part of me and my, and I was just saying, if someone had sat me down, like If by Rudyard Kipling. I don't know if you
yeah.
know the poem If by Rudyard Kipling, but it was my if. It was my if. And
Yeah.
and so Be the Poem.
Let's go.
Be the Poem. Be the Poem. It's, you know, it's something I really want people to understand.
I like that. I like that. There's, you know, whenever I hear, different like when I hear everyone speak on stage, because I'm kind of like I love the jazzy type of when people are speaking about poems, and maybe it's when it was Lorenz Tate and Neil Long back in the day when you actually Love Jones, right?
Love
So
Jones, right? Love
yeah,
Jones.
Love Jones, and I think it's always been in that environment of jazz because my father played Latin jazz, but jazz as well too, and it was kind of
Hmm.
that feeling, that groove, that hip, but also it was kind of that revolutionary of what am I speaking on, right? What am I
Okay.
speaking about, right? And I think giving the love to you as well as to other poetic professors that's out there that's giving the love to people and letting them understand things to be able to think about as well too. When it comes to the industry of people of like the spoken word or different clubs or different areas, when you travel,
Hmm.
do you actually get involved with is that still a big thing when it comes to the little, like, I know I used to call them hole in the walls, where people used to go and used to have the three-piece band, and then someone is actually having those the poem sets, right, or the
Right.
poetic sets. Do they still have that a lot throughout the
They
U.S.?
do. They yes, they do. They do have them, in spots. And I'll be honest with you. I started out, in that space because I didn't really know where poets went to perform.
Yeah,
So I moved up to the Hudson Valley, and I started, Googling, where do poets go, so to speak, or,
yeah,
or 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 sometimes you make space within an open mic that includes everything.
I see, I see.
uh, and so I started creating open mics, to allow other artists to come on and to make space for poets
Mm,
in the Hudson Valley. To make
nice.
space, there's a wonderful organization called Calling All Poets, CAPS, and they've been around up here for over 20 something years,
Oh wow.
doing the poetry scene. And so there are places throughout the country that has a poetry scene. But I always say, to poets, you make your own space.
Yeah,
For any artist, no matter
yeah,
what you're in, make your own space. I made my space around visual artists.
yeah. Let's
You
go.
know, when and so that my lane could be unique.
Yeah.
You know, and
And I think that's definitely going to show before we take this commercial break. We're already at the halfway part. Everybody, we thank you guys so much as far as for being here on the Rico No Suave show with none other than the poet and the author, Poet Gold, because it is gold right now, baby. It is gold. And thank you guys so much for being with us through these technical. I think I'm still hearing that there's a little bit of static. We're trying to figure out what it's actually coming from, everyone, because but hopefully it's not as bad. But please let us know if you're actually in the comment section, if you're actually hearing if it's really invasive, because we might have to just pause for a second and make sure we take care of that, because we want you guys to enjoy yourselves as well. In the meantime, Poet Gold, we do have some people that's actually in the chat room right now that we have to say hello to. We got Mr. Joe Trosh is actually on. He said, "Love you, Gold, Suprina."
to
Yeah, and I are loving this. Thank you guys so much. And then someone says, "Hey sis, it's Y turn 2011." Thank you so much. Yeah, if that's your real name, okay, all right, I like it. Y turn, baby. And
yeah.
then Smart girl says, "I love her pink bow tie." Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you. Shout out to my co-host on iHeart. Finding out Pete the Poet Gold is actually a gift from him some last year, 2 years ago. And I said
Okay.
tonight, let me put on the pink bow tie tonight.
Yeah, I'm digging the bow
Thank you so
tie.
much.
John T for free says, "Love her outfit and set. Love the set." Yes. Thank you, John T for free checking in. We appreciate Donna Marie Bird is checking in with us. She said, yeah, she said, "Okay, yeah, thank you so much for testing out, letting us know." They's like, "Hey, they say gold is louder than Rico, no suave." I'm like, okay, all right, cool. Hey, as long as she's good, I'm good. And everyone else, thank you guys so much for actually for tuning in to the Rico No Suave show. We love you, man. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. She said it's me, Gold Yvonne.
Got you. I
Yeah,
got it. I
yeah.
got it.
Okay, okay. All right. Thank you, Yvonne. We thank you so much. You know, I want to get back in regards to, there's so many different levels when it comes to, before we take a quick commercial break and we have the surprise for them. But there are things as far as that you come out with. There's other things that other poets that comes out with different types of poems. There can be some that's revolutionary, right?
Hmm.
I've seen where there's revolutionary, then I also seen some that's really like smooth, like a cool bro or a cool
Right, right.
gal, like diggable planets, right? And you see
Yes,
kind of
yes,
like those sets
yes.
as well too. And then you have some that's like drama, right? Like kind
Hmm.
of like if you throw a poem within in blues, right?
Hmm.
And you actually have where, she cheated on me, but that would never happen again, or he cheated on me, that would
Right,
never
right,
happen
right.
again, and this is what's going to happen. When you see the different versions that's actually out there, what mostly, besides, of course, you telling your journey, right? You're
Hmm.
going through.
Right.
What does Poet Gold really look at when she's actually either writing poems or even listening to the people that she loves to listen to?
Wow. Okay. So there are different ears that take place at different moments. Um, am I listening from a technical standpoint? Uh, Take someone like Rudy Francisco, who I absolutely love as a poet. I think that he's out of San Diego. He was, I forgot which year it was, a slam poet, world slam champion, I believe. Uh, but he has such a gift with metaphors. Just so really really talented in the metaphor game. Outside of telling his story and his personal journey through his experience in his life, and then you might um, have another poet who's a really great storyteller, and or maybe bringing the drama, so to speak, and it's enjoyable to listen to. Their cadence is enjoyable to listen to. You can close your eyes and actually see it.
Yeah.
I'm a very visual person. My brain, there's always some type of video or colors and things, music and everything going on. So I listen. I don't sit down and go, okay, well, I'm going to listen to this poet from this standpoint. I just like it when the poet is authentic, and no one's trying to be like anybody else. Just be you, because I'm there to feel who you are, not an imitation of someone else. I just want to know who you are as an artist, and as a person, as a human being, and as if that's resonating, then that's going to connect with me and everybody else. I don't want to speak for anybody, but I think a lot of us as human beings come into a space for that. We're looking for that connection with that particular artist, whether it's poetry or whether it's a performance art, or whether it's a songwriting and a song. That's what's going to resonate with the heart, what's going to resonate with the energy, and there's a truth and authenticity in the delivery of that.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Man, I'm digging this. I'm loving this, man. I'm digging it. Is that thing y'all be doing? This thing? Is it with the
Snap your
yeah,
fingers. Yeah.
yeah.
Clap your hands.
Clap their hands, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yes,
like,
indeed.
what the girls they doing the whole, is it the tea thing? Was the tea thing y'all be doing? The ladies be doing? I don't know what they do, but
About the
I
tea
know I
things. I
always
don't know
hear the
about that
snapping
one.
of the finger.
Oh, giving the tea, you mean? Giving the tea. Yes,
See,
yes,
giving the
yes, yes.
tea,
I
right?
got you. Yes. No, okay. No, we're right now. Yes, yes.
Poet Gold, man. Hey, we about to give them a surprise after the commercial break, everybody. What we do, thank you guys so much for being with us here on the Rico No Suave show with none other than the poet, the author. It's Poet Gold. It's pure gold on this show right now, everybody. But thank you guys so much. After the commercial break, everybody, we're going to play a nice little video. It's going to be a nice performance from our girl, Poet Gold. I want you guys to enjoy. All right, we'll see you soon. Let's go.
Every year, 800,000 children are reported missing. That's one child every 40 seconds. It's every parent's worst nightmare. Right now, there are 483 missing children cases still open. Your card donation can help keep kids safe and bring missing kids home. Donate your unwanted card today. Fast, free pickup, 24-hour response. Plus, you'll get the maximum tax deduction.
Call 800 723 2013.
I love watching black boys dance. I love watching black boys dance. I love watching black boys dance. Dance, dance, dance. I love watching black men dance. I love watching black men dance. I love watching black men dance. Dance, dance, dance. I love watching black boys dance. Black men dance. I love watching black men dance. The contour of their bodies, upright, curves, disjointed. jam on that for a minute. Let's see that band. Let's see that band. We got Bobby Sabella on percussion and drums.
All right. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's go. Let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Come
I'm
on.
blessed.
Hey, the black
I'm
man
blessed.
dance. You know, and I think when you're hearing that and you're hearing the music behind it, it's almost as if there's it's just a vibe, right?
Mm.
It's the vibe that you bring to people and you're enjoying yourselves and then you're just telling people, hey, make sure you clap for this person, make sure you clap for this person. You know, don't worry about me. I'm gonna give you that spoken word. You know, that's what I
Right,
love about
right.
it. So I love the vibe that you actually was bringing. And I just want the audience to see that because I saw it multiple times. But I
Thank you.
want people to be able to see that as well too. And Smart Girl says the music video is so cool. He said it sparks body movements. Thank you so much, Smart Girl. I
Yes.
appreciate you.
Yes, when we do that, I always encourage everybody to get up and have a good time. No matter you're man, woman, black, white, whatever. Just come up and enjoy the art of movement, the art of dance. It's about raising that vibration and that energy level. But this was inspired by a very dear friend of mine. I had the opportunity to open up for MC Light and Lauren Hill for a um, tribute to the women of hip hop in Martha's Vineyard one year. And there was DJ Beverly Bonds was spinning, and she put on this song, and then all the black men jumped onto the floor and began dancing, and it was such a beautiful um, ownership of spirit and freedom. And when I wrote this piece, fast forward years later, that's the energy that I was feeling in my heart. That's the visual that I saw. Because when I see kids on the street and they're dancing, sometimes people don't understand that the movement. If you and you may think, oh, what's going on? Are they fighting? What are they doing? And they're actually dancing. They're actually celebrating. And there's a freedom in that.
Yeah.
And it just sometimes it just I get very sentimental about this particular piece and how it makes me feel, particularly about black men and black boys and protecting who they are as human beings walking this earth.
Yeah, I like that. Much blessings to you on that one. I really like that. Smart Girl, I haven't forgot about you. I haven't forgot about you. I'm definitely going to be, we getting into the groove of things, but I got you, and I'm going to get that first question. I'm going to give you that first question. She said, I have a question for Go. How do you typically start a poem? Does it begin with emotion, a word, or a moment? and a big hello to Gold.
Okay. Um. Ooh. Wow. I don't think there's really any rule for me. I think oftentimes, it's moments and sounds, because sounds to me become words. So if I'm somewhere and let's say I hear a truck go by, and it may do something like, maybe the springs in the truck go, and then I'll go,
Yeah.
ooh, and then that becomes, uh-huh, uh-huh, yeah, and then it begins to come, so I'm often stimulated and sparked by something that's occurring, a vibration, a vibe that's occurring, a touch, a hug, um, a moan, a laughter. Those are all triggers for me as a
Yeah.
writer.
All right,
I
smart
need
girl.
that.
I hope
Thank you,
smart girl. I
thank
hope
you,
she
thank you
that
for
was a
the
good
question.
question.
It's a great question.
Yes. Let me give another one for smart girl. I don't want her to beat me up. So here's the second one. She said, "What do you hope people feel or take away after hearing your poetry?" I think you kind of mentioned a little bit about that, but if you can elaborate on that as well, too.
What do I want them to feel? I don't I don't have a what I want them to feel.
Sure.
I just want them to feel, hopefully
Mm,
that there's a trust that takes place in that moment. What I had to get used to for myself was people crying sometimes at my performances, coming to hold me and then just going, I want to cry. And and that's a thing. And I had to get used to that and recognize that that is a blessing. That it I had to think about, well, sometimes in moments when I cry, it's unpacking some truth. And the cry isn't always a sad cry. Tears are there watering of our spirit, and so they're helping us grow to unveil something. Just think about rain coming down the dirt so the seed can be nourished. And so that in that moment, and this has come from women, it's come from men. um, I just know that we're connecting in that moment. We're connecting, and and that's a good thing. We're connecting. We're connecting on a on a really basic human level. And I look at the tears of saying, I get it. We're here. I feel safe. I feel belonged here in this space, and I'm grateful for that.
I
I'm grateful for
believe
that moment.
that when you're talking about certain things within a poem, I think you bring culture and also you bring a community to understand what they may go through to be able to connect as far as what you may have went through.
Mm,
And I
hmm
think also that people sometimes don't know that there is another way to express yourself instead of trying to run to someone to tell them about their problems, because sometimes people are kind of like, I'm gonna keep that within myself, but I need to be
Right.
able to show it elsewhere. And I think you give the key sometimes to people that's listening to the spoken word or some of the words
Hmm.
that comes out of your poems to be able to help them be able to make that happen. And Smart Girl says, wow, now she makes me cry. I got so emotional with her answer. And
Mm,
that's a really great thing, because I think because of you, Poet Gold, that opens up doors for people to be able to understand some things that they never was emotional before about. And
hmm
you probably open up that door for them to be able to release that and understand that, hey, somebody else went kind of through the same thing or understand where I'm coming from.
hmm Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right. 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 And to be, and it's okay to own those spaces, because those are growth spaces.
Yes.
Those are spaces that if you don't fear it, sometimes I've heard sometimes people say, well, I don't fear, I won't stop crying.
Right.
And I've often said, but if you don't start, you don't know if you won't stop.
Right.
So let's start so that
Yeah.
we can get to the other side of that.
I like that. I like that. Mr. Joe Troche says, are you going to take the book on tour to Chicago?
Well, as long as someone comes and calls me and says, come to Chicago, I'll definitely take the tour and the book to Chicago.
Well, you know I'm here. So,
For sure. I love Chicago. I used to
yeah.
come out to Chicago for Self-Employment of the Arts and was one of their keynote speaker and then their workshop facilitators out there. And so Chicago, I really do. And there's a great sandwich place in downtown Chicago on one of the off-side roads. I don't remember the name of the street.
Is it off of
Absolutely delicious.
Michigan?
I think so. It sits on a corner. It sits on the
Okay.
corner. Yeah.
Well, we got a few of those.
hmm
We got Jersey Mike's. We got a lot of great places to eat around here.
hmm
If we
But
talk about
it wasn't like a
Chicago,
Jersey Mike's. The Jersey Mike's is a Subway place, right? It's a
oh
sandwich
yeah,
place.
yeah, yeah. What
No,
type of
no, no, no,
sandwiches?
no. I'm talking about like they ground their own, meat. I don't eat beef, but they make their I think they don't make the animal, but they put it all together, They yeah, they're in the back, right? Making the animal, But you don't know today. I know today there's so much artificial stuff. You just don't know
You're like,
what
Chicago's
it is
wild.
with food. Yeah, you don't know what it is with food. I tell you, man. But they, they're making like the turkey really fresh. It's just a good. The food was good.
Yeah.
It was real food. Real food.
I love that. I love that. We're going to take another quick break, everybody. It's your boy Rico No Suave. Man, we got a few more minutes. Gold already. And we're almost down to our last few minutes. But thank you guys so much for actually being on the show with us. We hope you guys are enjoying yourself with Poet Gold and your boy Rico No Suave. She's an author. She's a poet. I'm just a talk show host. But we love you guys being here. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to show another video, of course, from Poet Gold. All right, everybody. We'll see you back soon. Let's go.
Feeling sluggish? Struggling with stubborn weight and visceral fat? It's time to reset with Fupa Water. Packed with powerhouse ingredients like spirulina, turmeric, and aloe vera, Fupa Water is your daily detox and hydration boost all in one. Flush out toxins, energize your body, and say goodbye to that stubborn belly fat. Ready to feel lighter and stronger? Get yours today at fupawater.com. And for a limited time, use code RNSS for the Rico No Suave Show and get an additional 10% off.
To live a life looking through the lens of willful ignorance define who I am.
Not today.
Will spirits as dark as the night consume me?
Not today.
Will I not answer the call of my ancestors, the unfinished work, to continue to be a catalyst of change?
Not today.
Will I rise with trepidation? I rise with the reverence of life, witnessing the sky above my head, the chirping of the birds, the hope in rainbows, the beauty and curiosity in a child's eyes.
Not today.
Will I not be true to the artistic pulse embodied within my heart, beating like a drum?
Not today.
Will I not allow this little light of mine to shine, your little light to shine, so together we can emanate brightness and still illuminate in the absence of radiance?
Not today.
It's okay. Will I breathe a breath of complacency, of despondency?
Not today.
Will I walk bound by the shackles of fright? Some mine, some yours, some theirs.
Not today.
Today, I am free by love's extended hand. Lifted and soaring, giving wings to fly, so
Not today.
do we stand apart? We stand together, a movement of understanding, a village
Not today.
to be buried and forgotten, but a foundation beloved and cherished to stand upon. Yes.
Let's go. Not today.
Not today,
I tell
right?
you, when we talk about, whenever I hear "not today," it's like the haters. Not today. The people that's throwing negativity my way. Not today. The
Right.
people that don't want to see me happy, not
Not
today.
today. Right.
It's the people that that don't want to see someone succeed, not today. And I really love that because that really sticks out. And I really never thought about it like that.
Hmm. Hmm.
I've heard people like, listen, not today, man. I'm not here for it. Yeah, I don't have no money, right?
Right.
But when you put it in such a format like that, it's just, hey, in order for us to be able to succeed, we got to keep that negative stuff behind us, and not today. I really love that. Great job on that.
Thank you. And I'm gonna give you one more, another perspective. That sometimes I believe we need to tell ourselves, not today.
Yeah,
You know, because
yeah,
in the book I talk about the number of negative thoughts that we have in our head, that's going on repeat, and it's and understanding how to manage that. And sometimes that conversation is internal, of saying, not today. I'm not going to be my own self doubter. I'm not going to be my own dream stealer, because I believe that no one steals our dreams, that we give them away. If if someone says boo and you give up on your dream, then I don't know how secure you were with holding that dream and pursuing it initially anyway. So not today,
that's right.
not today.
Not
So it's
today.
internal and external.
Yeah,
It's not always someone else, you know?
yeah. And I think that really gives a different meaning of how we need to continue to motivate ourselves within ourselves, because sometimes we battle ourselves of not being able to make it
Absolutely.
move forward, right?
Right, right, right,
So, and
right.
I really agree with that, right? 100%. And I really believe in that. Not today is going to have me going to sleep thinking about not today, and I'm like, listen, not today. I need to get some sleep.
Right.
It's always that one song that keeps you up at night.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm supposed to be waking up in the morning going, should I go to work today? Not today. No, not today. I'm not going to work today.
Oh my God. Oh man. You know what, Paul? I love you. I love you. And one of the things is we're down to our last few minutes, and thank you guys so much. Yvonne says, or Yvonne, if I'm not saying it right, I'm sorry. It's kind of the Spanish in me, but
Mhm.
your video, she said, your videos are great, captures the essence. Thank you so much. Yes,
Thank you,
thank
sis.
you
I
so
appreciate
much.
you.
Man, the videos are
Appreciate it.
awesome, man. The videos are awesome. I feel like I'm on tour with you right now, girl. So this is awesome, man. This is awesome. But you know what also is awesome before we get up out of here? There's something called flashback photo.
Uh-oh.
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 Uh-oh. Let's see what my producer brings up now. Uh-oh.
Ah,
This is a
yes.
flashback. This is a flashback of happiness. It
Yes,
looks like
yes.
she's saying not today.
Indeed.
Let's talk about, what would you say to the younger self of you in this flashback photo? What advice would you give your younger self, even though you're smiling and things are good?
Hmm.
What other motivation would you give your younger self in this photo?
I'd say know that stuff is going to happen in life, but hold on to that. Need it.
Yeah,
You're going to need it.
yeah. This
Yeah.
joy that I'm seeing right now, what type of joy is this that you're seeing for yourself at that younger age?
I know exactly where this is in the Cloisters, in Manhattan.
Okay.
A place called the Cloisters, one of my favorite places to be in Fort Tryon Park up there in Washington Heights in New York. And I was with a friend named Algie, and he was a photographer at the time. He snapped this shot actually.
Oh, that's
Um,
lovely.
yeah, he snapped this shot. And yeah. So it brings back fun memories.
That's
Freedom,
awesome, man.
freedom, freedom,
Everybody's saying
freedom.
fabulous. They love that photo.
Yeah.
Angela Melendez, 7345, LOL, coming in, smiling and laughing. whoever that
Yes.
is.
What's up, Angie?
I figured it was somebody you knew.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that Wayne, my
Yeah.
man. Okay,
Yeah.
Gold is rocking the show. Smart girl. Hey, that's awesome. Before we get out of here, I got a few things, but I want people to know about your book, right?
Okay.
If you can actually, your book is gold,
Here
and
it is right here. Here it
Be
is
the
right
poem,
there.
right?
Be
Be
the
the
poem.
poem. If you can give them a quick synopsis of your book, and let them know what they can be looking forward to in regards to reading it.
Okay. The book is about it's about moving ourselves with intention, moving ourselves in life with purpose, uh, moving ourselves in life with gratitude, understanding that this is it. This is it. You know, no matter what your beliefs, you can believe in reincarnation, whatever you believe in, the entity that you're walking in, this is it. So, how are you going to live your life in this world? Um, are you going to live it with joy, or are you going to live it with hate? How are we going to interact with each other? So it's just learning how to. I believe that real quick, because I know we are like 5 minutes, right?
Yep.
I believe that we are spiritual beings, that we've been placed on the earth, sort of like this great big experiment to evolve as spiritual beings. And
Yeah.
we've barely scratched the surface.
Yeah.
We barely scratched the surface because other than that, we're primates like any other form of, animal on that level.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been given some extra skill sets and some extra development, but some people say love is the driver. I believe fear is our driver. And until we really begin to address our fears individually and then collectively, we need to address those things in order to get to the love and get to the joy. Is not, this is just my opinion, is not really authentic.
Sure.
It's we may be loving because we're afraid to be alone,
Yeah.
and it's that authentic love, you know. We may throw the party because we don't know how to have the party in our own skin,
Mm.
you know. So it's that. It's that.
Yeah.
And really and we know when we feel those little moments, and it's okay to look at those moments so that we can have the joy, the party singularly, and we can have the party collectively.
Yeah. I love that. I
So
love that.
so be the poem. I hope it inspires people. I hope that it gives a tool or two, maybe not, but I just want folks to read it and take away whatever it is that they need to take away. It's nothing. It's nothing. I think there are a couple of good poems in it, so they'll someone will take away that
That's awesome.
as well. And I want to say just one last thing really quick.
Sure.
There's an organization, a nonprofit organization that's near and dear to my heart. It's called Real Skills Network.
Okay.
Every book that's purchased through my website, poetgold.com, if you purchase the book through poetgold.com, part of that revenue goes into Real Skills Network to support the youth in the community in which I live in. Real Skills is a after school program, and it's
Okay.
also a job skill readiness program for teenagers that we and then they help the babies, and it's just a full circle. And so as long as this book is selling and any other art I put out there, some of that's going to go to support Real Skills. The book is available on any other platform, and available on Amazon, but for me, to be the number one top bookseller for me means buying it through poetgold.com so that I can watch that baby smile, or that teenager make a choice to go to work versus joining a gang. We call our gang Growth Gang. And thank you to Tree Arrington, who was the founder, and Bob Auchincloss of Real Skills Network. and their philosophy was growth game. That's the game we are, growth game.
Awesome. Man, because there's gold that's always involved, and you got miners, right? Like miners, the people that go into caves and looking for gold, and they wind up finding it, and they find it like it's a treasure, right? And I was like, gold is coming onto my show, and I have to give something that maybe fit that color of gold, and I'm gonna give her this shirt.
Oh man, yeah, town Rico.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
So I have to say that the reason why I give you this shirt is because your words of gold, but you also have went through times of being able to show people what you've been through, but also to be able to connect with them. Being someone that actually write poems and be able to express those to people that may be going through certain things, and for you to be able to connect with them, it's not easy because sometimes we just don't connect with everyone. But there are words that you bring out within your realm and within your art, and you being unique. And, if there was two babies that was together and you're that baby, you're definitely unique in this world, that you basically touch people's lives. And I think that's one of the reasons why I'm so happy that you're here on the show, to be able to touch some of my audience lives in regards to some of your work, but your art as well, too. So I want to say congratulations on everything you have done. You're also an award winning. I know we didn't get a chance, but there's going to be a part 2 of this show, because I'm going to definitely have you come back on my show. And I think we're going to do something different on the show in regards to you performing on the show, as well as for my audience and my bigger network, for you to be able to get even more exposure to connect with people. So welcome to the family. This
Thank you,
shirt
Rico.
is for you. Poet Gold.
I appreciate you. I really do. I appreciate you calling me and reaching out to me and inviting me to be here. I really
Thanks
do.
to
So
Beatrice. Yes.
Yes. Thanks
my
to
girl,
Beatrice. It's a whole line that this thing happened through. Thanks to Osiris out in LA.
Yes.
The Beatrice, the Queen Sheba. I'm going to be at City Winery April 30th. The City
Okay.
Winery of the Hudson Valley, April 30th, and
Okay.
with 3-time Grammy nominated spoken word poet Queen Sheba,
Let's go.
and I'm looking forward to that. And I'm also going to be at Clinton Library, I think April 23rd in Rhinebeck. So doing a talk there as well. So, thank you for having me on. I appreciate you.
No
brother.
problem. But before we go, we got to show them your social media, because I want
Okay.
them to support you.
All
So
right.
here's the first one, everybody. It's Instagram, everybody. _poet gold _ Make sure you put those underscores in there. Those not
Yes.
words you can put in, but make sure you put that underscore there for Instagram. Here's the next one. Oh yeah, it's Poet Gold -BGW. Facebook, everybody. Make sure you go support her on her fan page. If you wind up finding it on a personal page, don't spam her. Make sure you just say, hey, I saw you on the Rico No Suave show. That's what we do. All right, here's the next one. Oh yeah, it's YouTube, everybody. Make sure you go and subscribe. Poet Gold 8979 on YouTube. Last but not least, it's the website, everybody. The website is where you can go and find the book, and make sure you go and support for a great cause. And it's words of spoken words, being able to at least build for the community, for the youth as well too. And the proceeds are there. But make sure, if you ever want to book her, please go onto the website as well too, and show that love.
Thank you.
Poet Gold. Much love.
Much love to
to
you.
you. And I'm so happy to thank you to actually being on the show as well too. And hey, there's going to be a part 2, so I'm going to actually be reaching
Okay.
back out to you so we can schedule that later in the year. All right?
Wonderful. Thank you, Rico. Thank you again for having me. Stay lifted, brother.
Everybody, put your hands together for none other than Poet Gold. Yeah. See you later. All right, everybody,
bye-bye,
we
dear.
got to get out of here, man. Hope you guys enjoyed yourself on the show today. Thank you guys so much for actually staying with us through these technical difficulties. You guys know sometimes when you have somebody that great, things just want to get in the way, but not today. Not today, everybody. We got to show you our social media, everybody, before we get out of here. And here's our first one. Website. Make sure you go to our website, www.riconosuaveshow.com. Make sure you go and check out everything about us there. Here's the next one. Rico No Suave Show. It is Facebook. You can spam us there because you know it's our show. Here's the next one, everybody. Kaboom. Yes, you already know, everybody. It is Instagram. Instagram, Rico No Suave Show. Go ahead and follow us there. The next one is a big one, too. The next one is YouTube, baby. Subscribe. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe on the Rico No Suave Show. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on those notifications. And last but not least, everybody, it does turn into audio. So Mixcloud.com, Rico No Suave Show. Make sure you please go ahead and show some love there. You can listen to me and my girl, Poet Gold, in your car. Everybody, I had a great time with each and every one of you guys, but thank you guys so much for your love and your support. But until next time, everybody, we'll see you.
Thanks. Nice.